We are live and we are right on time. I got brother Ben X. I see him in the back room. Let me introduce the brother. Hold up. Turn this thing down and get it ready. I ain't gonna waste too much of your time. Brother Ben X, how are you?
Man, I'm blacktastic, man. How you doing?
Hey man, it's great to have you on, man. Getting a lot of positive feedback. Everybody know who you are. So that must mean you're doing some good work out here, especially for the kids. So can you tell people a little bit about yourself that may not know who you are?
Oh man, my name is Brother Ben X. I'm a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I'm the founder of the digital real estate program where I show people how to build a business and scale your business online and automate it. I was born in prison, actually. My first time ever seeing my biological father was in his casket. I recall seeing my biological mother maybe one time, and I have 21 biological brothers and sisters. So although I got 21 biological brothers and sisters, 6 of them I've met. 2 of them I met at my biological father's funeral. 4 of them I know well, which actually is what caused me to be creative with my videos, because although I got so many siblings, I grew up as the only child because my biological mother's, who still is my mother, my real mother to me, took me in at 10 days old. And man, here I am today, man, striving to get my people and free my people from the prison mentally that we've been in, although I was born in one physically.
Man, that's what's up. I would like for you to come talk about, you said you have, what was your course called again?
Digital real estate.
Digital real estate. I know we may not have the time tonight. Would you be interested in coming back on, just having a show talking about that?
Absolutely, man. Anytime.
Okay. I appreciate that. But I'm not going to hold you up because this is a hot topic. So first, I know we have to be careful speaking about, I call it the juggernaut now, because you have to be careful about the names that you say. But we all know what we're speaking of. And meeting Brother RZA, he had some great things that they talked about at the summit, at the rollout that I was at. And I would just like to hear from you, and maybe you could explain to some of the audience members, what are some of the things that we can do to prepare ourselves in case there's some mandates and shutdowns that are placed on us?
Man, of course, body wise, whatever Brother RZA recommends on that. But when you think about what they're doing, they're about to bring the mandate on anybody who got employees of over 100 people. Now, I discussed this the other day on my platform that they're going to start finding people if they don't do it as well. So there's 2 things. You're either going to have to get vaccine, you're either going to have to get the jab, or you're going to have to pay for a test. And what I noticed was in my city, I don't know about everybody else, but what I was telling my audience was, even with that, that's a money grab, because it first was free. Hey, come get your free test. Get your free test. Now, when you take it, it's $80. Now, I heard somebody in Mississippi say they paid $120 for it. So now the people who don't want to get the jab, they're finna have to have a new bill if they're gonna make you present a negative test on a weekly basis. So the first thing I believe we must do, and as we are taught, is do for self. Do for self, but not by yourself. So don't think that you have to do everything. Gather a team. And I believe that our gifts will make room for us. Many of us is working on the job for somebody 8 hours a day. But when we come home, we don't spend 1 hour determining what I want to do with my life. I dropped out of college, so nobody can tell me that it don't work. I dropped out of college.
Right.
I fired my boss before he fired me. And utilizing digital real estate is what freed me. But I tapped into what my gift was, and I gathered along with 6 to 8 like-minded individuals, because it's something that you know, Brother Kwame, that I don't know. It's something that I know that you don't know. So why are we trying to compete with one another, do everything by myself, versus me saying, well, let me get with you because you got a strength that I don't have. Then we have to take care of our body. because it is a reality that if anything happens to us, we got to go to these hospitals. Well, we already know if we got to go to these hospitals, what they're going to be looking for. So when you think about that, what is a hospital? I said this a couple of years ago. We think we need a hospital that's 11 stories up. Man, when I go to a hospital, I'm only sitting in one room.
Right.
When I go to a school, I'm only sitting in one room. I don't care if the hospital is at the church down the street. I don't care if the hospital is in the back. If we got somebody that knows about the body, that knows about healing, then that's the hospital that we have. We have to learn. The minister teaches us, start small and grow large like everything else does. We
Right.
have to learn to grow our own food. We have to learn to teach our own children. I just read, I don't know if you saw it, they're now starting a mandate where children 12 and up in LA, they finna mandate that they must get the jab to go to the school. What the minister say, well, that's good. To hell with the school. We ain't getting knowledge itself anyway. We
Right.
ain't learning the right skills. You talk about coding. We ain't learning the right things about ourselves or how to build a nation of our own anyway. Well, we must learn to do that. Well, how do we do that? We got to pool our resources. If I know I'm at work all day, or the mother at work all day, who's not at work? Let's pay our own tax. $5 a month, $10 a month. We get amongst the people at the church or at the mosque or whatever community that we're going to be at, and we pay them to have our own school and teach them what we really need to know, because we basically are at a point where we have to separate or make a decision. Now, they're not forcing it per se, but they saying if you want to be a part of our world, a part of our system, this is the requirement. I seen Biden say the other day where if you even got a government contract, you got to be vaccinated. That don't even make sense.
Wow.
If you got a contract with us, then this is what that is. So we have to find a way to say, well, money is only a medium of exchange of value. We really are the majority. We just call ourselves minorities. We the original man of the planet. We outnumber them 11-1 if we stop dividing ourselves by different names. So if we started to spend our dollar with our own brothers and sisters, and our brothers and sisters spend it back with us, then we can start to circulate it and keep it in the house where we ain't got to go to them and do business with them. Now, if they come do business with us and buy our products, cool. We ain't turning down no green, but we have to learn to create our own products, create our own services. And honestly, that's the root of digital real estate. It's so much easier online. I can talk and meet a brother over there in Kansas. I can talk and communicate to a brother in Ghana. Brother, we got over 500 acres of land in less than 2 months under our brand here at the farms. I don't know if you heard about it, but we got
that's amazing.
Over 500 acres of land in less than 2 months. We got 200 in Ghana. We got a sister over there in Kenya. We finna start international trading, but all this was done because of what they saw us doing online. It's no reason that we can't get into economics and do what we need to do when we can go live and 1,000 people tuned in. We got what we need when we go live. It's just about changing our heart and changing our mind and focusing on self-improvement and say, man, let's do this.
Man, those are some powerful words. So let me ask you this. In your opinion, because you know they they're very careful if they feel like somebody's giving medical advice. But so I would like to ask it like this. In your opinion, why is there such a push for us to get this shot? Because Brother Rizza said that the next step that they're going to try to do is they're going to go through the angle of any woman that's on government assistance, that's living in the projects or, housing, public housing, they're going to be mandated to take the shot or they can't stay there. I don't know if that's true, YouTube, but that's what they're saying. So what is your opinion on that?
As far as their motive and what they're striving to do, I allow Brother Reza to have that. Whatever Brother Reza says on that, I try to stay in my lane because Brother Reza been in that lane for many years. He been front line on that for many years. So that's more so a question for Brother Reza. But outside of the control that they want to do, I mean, we've even saw recently where women, it's a study, they doing like over $1 million. They about to do a study on how it's even tampering with the woman's cycle. is tampering with her cycle. And we know we was taught years ago that they're going to try to sterilize us. So however they're going to strive to do it, they got to get to the woman. And I think when you look at what
And we're
has
going to say alleged for YouTube, because you know how they
allegedly, yeah,
allegedly
allegedly.
YouTube.
But we have seen where videos have been said where they want to depopulate. They want to stop the growth of the population. And, you know, the jab or the vaccine has been mentioned in those videos about a way for this to actually be done. So whether if it's, you know, depopulation, whether if it's sterilization, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we can't fathom the depths of Satan. So even if we have a certain thought of what we think they're going to do, it may be worse than what we think. So it's just on us, man, to continue to do as much research as we can, continue to get behind brothers who have spent the time to do the research to figure out what this is. But most importantly, let's not just look at the problem. Let's look at what the solution is. Because what we do see is, yeah, you saying I can't come to your school. Yeah, you saying I can't do this. Yeah, you saying I can't do that. Well, this is how I look at it. I was a basketball player too. I was an All-American in college.
That's
and what I see is this. It's like God versus the devil, or righteousness versus evil, whatever names y'all wanna use. We steady letting the devil shoot his threes.
Right.
Okay, boom. He say you can't come to the school, and we talk and we yelling, talking about they shooting threes on us. They dunking on us. Okay, well, when we gonna shoot a three? Our three is, well, let's build our own school. Now we shooting our own threes.
Right.
We can keep switching defense, but if we want to win, Brother Kwame, we got to put some points on the board. Absolutely. They scoring on us. Well, yeah, we can keep trying to 1-3-1. Okay, let's go 2-3. Time out. Let's go man to man. Boxing one. We can do that all we want to online, but a solution, we got to hit some layup. We got to throw the alley-oop or something. So that's just schools. That's us employing ourselves. That's us getting multiple streams of income. We ain't finna continue to depend on other people to do for us what we got the power to do for ourselves. It's when we got this cell phone in our hand. Man, listen, let me ask a question real quick. I ask my digital real estate students this because some people say, Brother Ben, but everybody can't sell a product. Everybody can't do this. Everybody can't do that. Press one in the comment section. Would you rather learn from somebody who went to prison 15 years or go to prison 15 years? A or B? Would you rather learn from somebody who done got messed up in the streets, or learn from or actually going through the streets and having a messed up life? Whenever I ask that question, usually everybody pick A. So when everybody picks A, Brother Kwame, what that's telling me is you would rather pay to get value from somebody else versus you going through it. Why would I go and get the virus when I can learn from you who done already got the virus? What am I saying? Why am I saying this? Every one of us got value. I don't care if you say I dropped out of high school, Brother Ben. I dropped out of college, Brother Ben. I didn't have no daddy, Brother Ben. I got multiple baby mamas, multiple baby fathers. Man, somebody is willing to learn from you. So don't devalue yourself because you feel like you ain't got no PhD, or you ain't go to college, or you ain't got this. Man, every last one of us got something of value. And money chases value. What do I mean by that? The only reason I got this cell phone is because I saw value in it. The reason I got this book is because I saw value in it. This is what I said one day, then I'll let you move forward. I don't care what the currency is. As long as I'm an asset, if the currency switch to gold, you finna give me that gold. If the currency switch to crypto, if the currency switch to a bottle top, you finna give me that bottle top. Because as long as we remain an asset, chase the God within, the skills and talents within, and we service the world, bring value to the world, we'll always find ourselves making money. But we have to believe in ourselves. We have to collaborate with brothers and sisters and make sure no matter what happens in the world, we're going to be fine. Because right now it's not necessarily being forced per se, but we are forced to do something for ourselves.
Absolutely. And on my show, don't ever think you're talking too much. They hear me talk enough. I joke, I talk. So when I have people on, especially someone as articulate as you, I just like to sit back and let you go. So, and I know they're excited about maybe getting you on the line and talking to you. So if you have time, we can drop the link. But man, I'm here as long as y'all want me to be here. My next show is at 10 o'clock. Okay. So yeah, I got to about 8:30. That's probably my max out time. So we'll make it happen. we're gonna move on to the next thing because I definitely love the school part. I definitely love the land. So let me ask you this to continue on that topic real quick. Why is it so many? On one hand, we talk about how many rich black people or athletes or people that we have, but we still play second fiddle to everybody else's rules. We don't have that Chinatown. We don't have Blacktown. We don't have anything that's ours, like you're saying, far as hospitals, far as okay, we're gonna do like the Amish people. I know somebody put that in the chat. We're self-sufficient. We're gonna teach ourselves, we're gonna feed ourselves, we're gonna live up on our own constitution within America on our own property. Why haven't we tried to do something like that?
Honestly, man, because we have been lacking, I believe, this is my belief, the spiritual development to do it. What I found is we have an ABS tribe Tuesday through Saturday, and we thought it was just going to be business school. We was teaching them business principles, how to grow their brand, how to be their own private bank, all this type of stuff. But what we found when we let them speak, man, they dealing with trauma. They dealing with molestation. They dealing with lack of trust. So let me tell you about this one sister 43. I think she was around 43. Got molested at the age of 40. I mean, at the age of 3. Man. What we discovered is when you go through something traumatic like that and you don't deal with it, you just grown with a mustache. The sister just grown with a woman's body, but inside she's still 3. Inside, that little brother is still 10. He ain't got over it. So when you dealing with a brother who has been molested by his own father, when you dealing with a sister who's been molested by her own father,
they never seem to trust. That's what it seemed like. They never seem to trust a man after that.
Come on, when you see a man and he's telling me something, there's already resistance because I'm thinking about what happened to me when I was young because I never dealt with it. We thought, oh, I just forgot about it. Oh, just don't think about it. It's not gonna go away. That ain't how the mind works. We gonna have to deal with it. So what I found is, man, the best thing that we can build, yes, we need schools, yes, we need hospital, yes, we need land. But what I found is, as the minister taught, man, the best thing we can build is the black man and woman. Why? Because when I really truly build them up spiritually and mentally, God gonna put something in it. It's already something in them that's gonna make them go build. It's already something in them that's gonna go make them unite. But it's hard to unite when nigga, I'm a Christian. Right. See, we still intellectually masturbating. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Intellectually masturbate. No, nigga, my teacher better than yours. No, my teacher better than yours. No, my group came before yours. No, how we going?
I'm a real nigga and you not.
Yeah, how we gonna unite on that? We supposed to be conscious, and then you go tell the gangbangers stop gangbanging. Don't do this. But then when they say, okay, I'm a done gangbanger, then they come and look at you arguing over religion. The minister said we can argue over religion when we free. Right. Hell, I ain't got no school. You ain't got no school. I'm working for the white man. You working for the white. What is we arguing about? Right. So all those mental things, this is what we have to overcome before we can even talk about uniting, before we can talk about coming together. Self-improvement is the basis for community development. See, because let me tell you why. Because I don't care if we built the best hospital in the world. What is a hospital ran by, Brother Kwame?
We the people.
People. A restaurant ran by people. Schools ran by people. The money comes from people.
Yep.
So if we don't get the people right, man, somebody can loan us $50 billion a day. If the people ain't built, we're gonna burn that building down. We're gonna burn that hospital down. We're gonna so now we are, because of social media, we're more exposed to, different thought processes, different philosophies, different understandings, and we're starting to find ourselves. So we finally getting into it. Like right now, we got 500 plus acres of land. Our goal, Brother Kwame, is to lock down 440 acres by February in Georgia, and we gonna build our own community. Let me see if I can show you on my screen here what we looking to do. You can see my screen?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so now
they kind of glitching your property a little bit.
Oh,
glitching your feed a little bit.
So here at the farms, this right here is this how we looking to do it right here. It's gonna be in circles right here. 440 acres. So if you go down, this is our last update. Here we go. We got 31 new black landowners. We ain't finna keep complaining about we need an athlete to buy it. All
Right.
of our money collectively can do what we want to do. Why we still now we're not saying we won't take it. We're not saying don't hold them accountable, but collectively we got more than what the millionaires got. So we got 31 new black landowners, 566 plus acres of land. We got 4.5 in Florida, 17 in Colorado, 25 in Texas, 27 in Georgia, 43 in Arkansas, 200 in Ghana. And they want to send chocolate powder over. So if any of y'all know how to actually turn the powder into chocolate, that's the collaboration they want to do with us. 250 in Liberia. And then that's the other, that's my business partner, brother Farrakhan Ali. So these are the things that we're striving to do. And what we're doing is we splitting all the expenses. So we got cows. If we got a horse, how much is a cow? Okay, brother Ben, it's going to be 6,000. Versus me coming up with 6,000 by myself. We got 13 members in one group. We finna split that. How much is it going
to do?
The land? Well, we're gonna split the expenses, and then once we start to grow food, once we start to have the retreats, now what we do is we can bust down all of the profits. So this is what we're striving to do. So I won't say that we're not doing it. We coming together piece by piece, because this inbox is, I'm talking about at here at the farms, the inbox is filling up daily. But what we're doing is, brother Kwame, we're putting people in groups of 10. What's your down payment? What's your monthly payment? Okay, I can do 1,000. I can do 2,000. Okay, well, we're gonna put you in groups of 10 to where we can make it affordable for you. So now instead of you borrowing money from the bank, paying all that interest, let's come together, put our money together, and we start our own plan, or we can go in and buy this land together. Now we just connected with farmers. We got people that got trucks and authorities. We got people that know how to create their own soil from the worms. So we collaborating all these type of people, and inshallah, which means God willing, we will do it together. Not one group, not one man, but together. That's our plan, brother, is to do this within the next year or two.
And that's interesting that you mentioned worms. I was talking with a guy about you can grow a worm farm in your basement. And he started talking about the numbers of what he made off worms, and I'm like, wow, worms make that much money, and it's amazing that they do.
Yeah, compost, everything.
Compost, worms, it's a lot. It's a lot of money to be made. So, but let's move on to the next thing, the hot topic of today.
One more thing.
Okay, go ahead. One
more thing before we move forward. We also, brother, just opened up our own school as well. And shout out to my brother King Rondo. King Rondo is a student of digital real estate as well. I know you had him on the show.
Well, I'm trying to get him on the show. He's a busy.
I thought you had him on.
No, I met him down in Miami. Y'all actually kind of looking like I met him down there in Miami. He's a cool fella, so I'm gonna try to get him on the show and let him explain and talk about what he got going on. Because how I caught on to King Randall, King Randall is when I saw him on Roland Martin. When I saw him on that show and the way he was handled by a man that's supposed to be his elder and a man that's supposed to be, give him a leg up. White folks do nepotism all the time. You are a black man who's, he can look up to you because you are in position and you have this following. And he just kept making him talk about things that he wasn't there to talk about. And I kind of thought that was disrespectful. So I want to have him come on this show and say the things that he wanted to say on that show.
Yeah. So what we did, brother Kwame, me and my brother, Dr. Jake Taylor Jacobs, we came together and we built businesses, and we helped people, thousands of people set up their own private bank and digital real estate and other financial things as well. So what we've done now is we built our own school. We have our own school now, and it's at a church. His stepfather have a church, and we decked the whole front end out, had it remodeled. And this is where our school is living. So my son goes there, his daughter goes there, and we got other people that's going there as well. And the brother who's running it is who brought me into the nation, Brother Malik Muhammad. His children graduated high school at 14, 15. They was going when I was in college. One of his sons was going to school with me, and he younger than me. So that's our goal with this school, is to have our children graduating at the age of 14, 15. I don't need all that time to graduate. 14, 15, by the time you 18, when an average person is just now graduating high school, we want you to be getting your master's. So this is
Okay.
what we're doing. We got a physical school we just put up, ABS Genius Academy on Instagram, and we're looking to master the virtual side as well. Many
Hmm.
people have been reaching out to us saying, "Man, how can we sign up?" So what we're going to try strive to do is it's going to be a little difficult because only reason it's going to be difficult is because the parents got to be heavily involved. It
Hmm.
can't be all on the teacher. So when we giving an assignment virtually, the parents got to have a, they got to raise their hand and say, man, I'm going to make sure that they're going to get this. That's another piece to it, going back
Right.
to the people. So we're looking to develop a virtual side to where you can come in and join us virtually as well all over the world with our school. So I did want to say that as well as a solution, because the parents, this is their fear as well. Well, man,
Hmm.
I got to go out and make money. And if I got to go out and make money, who's going to hold down my child? Which
Yeah.
goes back, brother, before we move forward, us as men. I believe men are the providers. If we're
Hmm.
going to create children, we're going to have sex with women, all that 50-50 stuff, and I know brothers, maybe, now this may get spicy, but all that 50-50 stuff, I don't know if that works too well.
Hmm.
And I don't want to hear the economy. If you can live together as a man by yourself, single, and you can pay for everything, adding a woman in, just add the woman in. Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
she may be a little. I have some brother Nuri said, hey, instead of getting that MK bag, she might need to get the OK bag for right now. and, then we gonna upgrade along the way. But if the woman is so focused on the bills and I gotta go get a job, that's
Yeah.
stressing the children. Now the children is being left. That's what they did in slavery. I take the man, I take the woman. Now I can raise up the child. He don't know his last name. He think his name Kuti Kinte is something else. You see what I'm saying? So they
Yeah.
raising them up inside of the school system, which is
Hmm.
going to tie into this next topic we about to go into with the dresses and things of that nature, because there was a 2-year-old that was put in a dress by a teacher without giving the parents permission. I did a YouTube video on that a couple years ago. So us as men, we have to create that environment. If you got to get 2 jobs, damn it, get 2 jobs. We have to do what we got to do to make sure that our future is secured. Because if the woman is out working 8 hours a day, the
Nobody
man's
with the
working
kids.
8
Yep.
hours a day, who's with the children? We're going to be forced to say, you know what, man, I don't know what else to do. So it's that responsibility is going to be on us, brothers. But go ahead.
Yes, sir. No, I agree with everything you just said. So the only thing I wanted to get into, because I know when callers start calling in, they're gonna have a lot of questions for you once I drop this link. So I wanted to get your perspective on the males in a dress, especially black males. I know Kevin Samuels chimed in on it, and he talked about the excuse that they're using, saying it was a kilt, and then he gave some information on how that dress is not a kilt, and he knows the designer. He also talked about the same thing, kind of what I said. David Beckham, he's a fashion guy. He's been all over. He's known all over the world. He plays soccer. He's a white male. He doesn't have to wear a dress. Uh, Tom Brady, he's white royalty. They would never put him in a dress. It just seems that our biggest stars now, for whatever reason, brother LeBron has carried a purse. It looked like a purse to me. I think he's been in a dress. Westbrook has been in a dress. Ubaka has been in a dress. A lot of these guys now, they just all these big, strong black males, for whatever reason. And I'm only speaking about the heterosexual males, because me as a heterosexual, there's just things and lines that I will not do as a heterosexual man. And that used to mean something. But now I heard a man say, well, I wore a dress because I got a bag for it. So he never asked, why would someone pay me to wear a dress? Why
Right.
am I being incentivized to wear a dress as a black male? And it's like, I don't get it. We used to have athletes like Jim Brown. We used to have athletes like Muhammad Ali, Jack Johnson, men that were connected to something, and they had a responsibility to their community. It seems like they paid athletes so much money that they'll do anything for money. And what's more important than money to me now is this word called clout. If they can stay relevant, if they can stay in the headlines, it seems like that's more important than money, because they'll get the money based on the clout. What are your thoughts on that?
My first thought is this: there is a documentary that has been produced that Brother Reza is a part of called Buck Breaking. I
Mm,
highly recommend y'all go watch that, because what I'm about to say would do
Right
that
there.
no
You said
justice.
buck breaking.
Yeah, buck breaking. I mean that documentary breaks it down to the microcosm. But here's the angle I wanted to come from. There's a man named J. Edgar Hoover. I'm pretty sure many of you all
Mm-hmm.
know of. With the COINTELPRO, there has been words said allegedly that he was homosexual as well.
Mm-hmm.
What was his target? His goal was to stop the rise of a Messiah
Mm-hmm.
and to stop a militant group who can gather and organize men. So white supremacy can be defeated by black excellence and that strong manhood that can really raise these youth up to stand up against injustice. So if I mean from my standpoint, I was watching Dave Chappelle say how they tried to force him into a dress. Cat
Right.
Williams have talked about how they tried to force him into a dress, Dave Chappelle, and they said if he don't or say something, by the time he get back from wherever his trip was, they would have made it look like he was crazy in the media, and that's what they strove to do. So that's a
Yep.
good question you asked. Why would they incentivize you? Because if they know the youth are impressionable and the
Mm-hmm.
youth is looking up to you as an athlete or an entertainer or an actor, they ain't really worried about you per se. Yeah, I got you to wear this dress and I'm gonna pay you. But who I'm really trying to target is the youth who look up to you. I'm
Yep.
really trying to target the youth who don't understand this is entertainment. I'm trying to target the youth who don't understand that this is just acting. And we can't act like the youth don't follow. Every little young brother right now talking about I got that thuka on me. All the little young brothers that's talking about you know what the F is going on. Where they get it from? They got it from somebody. They got it from somebody that's in that industry who older than them that can influence them. So from my thoughts is it is about the demasculation of the man or emasculating the black man.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you do that, you're now if he's the head. In scripture term, they say Christ is the head of man, man is the head of woman, woman is the head of child. Well, if I can get to the man who goes against his instructions and his way of life, then I can eventually get to the woman. I can eventually
Mm-hmm.
get to that child, and I can raise them up how I want them to be. So when I'm
Yep.
making decisions in the future, I don't have a strong black man that'll give us that strong black image that can, this is why there's literally targets inside of COINTELPRO where they say they'll make up false articles, they'll lie on you. They'll call you a hate teacher. They'll call you all these different things so people won't watch you. I even heard you say when you finally came out and you had something to say, they tried to make you look angry. They tried to make you look like you was the aggressor. They tried to make you look like this so that anybody who comes to stand up, you're going to start to feel like if I say something, this is how they're going to label me. If I
Yep.
say something, I'm going to get on this list. And they fear that list.
Yep.
And they fear that image, which makes them don't say anything. So that's my angle on it, man. They have to stop anybody who got some influence. Let me put them in a dress. And I'm telling y'all, man, just watch the movie Buck Breaking. Buck Breaking, man, breaks it all the way down, pun intended.
Mm-hmm. Man, listen, this is why I love talking to people who talk a little bit different than me, without all the jokes and the cursing. And that's kind of why I let other people use my videos, because some people need that. Some people need that joke. Some people need to hear it in that manner. They understand it that way. Other people need to hear it in the way, even though we're saying pretty much the same thing, very similar. Other people needed to hear it without all the jokes and hoopla. So that's why I'm glad that guys like you are around, so they can get and tell them how to contact you. Tell them how to come check out your page and how to get you on
Man,
social media.
brother Ben X on everything, man. They terminated me, brother. In 2018, I had over 40 million views, over 146,000 subscribers. Terminated me for hate speech. Didn't tell me what the video was, what I said. I'm talking about 2,000 videos completely gone. So y'all can follow me on YouTube at Brother Ben X Network. I got a podcast on Apple Podcasts, Brother Ben X, and I'm just Brother Ben X everywhere on Instagram. But I got 100 fake pages of me now. So make sure you follow the one that only says Brother Ben X and 4. If you type in Brother Ben X on Instagram, you're gonna see a lot of fake pages come up, and Instagram ain't gonna verify me anyway. So just
They
Brother
won't
Ben,
verify me either.
yeah, Brother Ben X on everything. And if y'all want to be a part of the Here Out the Farms, and I would love to break that down to you, maybe even have a meeting with you, see it, to give you some more detail. But Here Out the Farms, man, DM us if you want to, if you're interested in it. We really growing, we really collaborating. A sister just collaborated with us 5 acres here in Texas. I had a meeting with some farmers a couple of weeks ago, and we'll be contacting them to move forward. I'm talking about the farmers that we connected with know how to grow it on top of the soil, creating our own soil, hoop houses where we can grow certain things all year. So we collaborating with those who really know how to do it. So on the Here After side with the land, Here at the Farms, if any of y'all are interested in getting y'all children educated by us once we launch this virtual platform, just go to abschildren.com, and we got a waiting list. abschildren.com, and then on Instagram, Brother Ben X.
And somebody gonna put that in the chat. Let's see. And yeah, man, thank you for your time. And I definitely, if you're okay with it, I want to drop the link because I know so many people would love to talk to you. If you got the time, can we drop the link and have some people come in and chat with you a bit?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right, let me drop the link. They've been waiting to talk to somebody other than the bus to bus. All right, the link is in the chat. Yeah, I ain't dropped the link in so long. Try it one more time. All right, the link is in the chat. Whoever got a question, let's keep it respectful. Somebody's device is not connected. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, bro?
How you doing?
All right.
What you got for it?
I got a question for both of y'all, brothers.
Okay.
So with the, I have kids. I have a son now. He's 3.
Okay.
So with this thing going on with the dressing, with the man thing, by me being from the country, coming around, we from the country. I'm from the dirt road like you. But my thing is, the hard thing I got, how am I explaining to my son at an early age that this is something that I'm not going to be mad at if you choose to do. But at the same time, it's not something I'm going to instill in you. But this is something that he has a phone right now, 3 years old. No, he has a laptop. So he was sitting in the living room, and he had his phone. He's 3 years old. He can't even talk. So when I went to go look at what he was doing, it was a cartoon of these guys like interacting homosexual. A cartoon. My son couldn't even speak then. So what I'm thinking, my biggest thing, Kwame, is that everything you're saying, bro, I'm with you, because it's being taught to him. There's something that we can't even I had to actually look at the phone and see what he was doing. So I'm saying, so those things that they're creeping into our kids without our permission. So my question to you guys is, what's the first thing you think we should do? Because complaining to YouTube, complaining like Kwame just did with the when we start Googling, now it's gone, like you said, with the Lil Nas X thing. But they're trying to push this agenda on our kids, though. And that's the only thing that hurt me more, because I have a gay sister. I don't even care nothing about that. But the thing is, my son shouldn't have to be worried about that at an age.
Man, I would say this, brother, at the age of 3, strive as much as possible to limit tablets, limit those type of devices at such a young age, because there was a study done that I mean, I don't know if verbatim, but what it does to the child at that young age is just not as healthy for them. So, but this is what I would say though, if that's what y'all do, our minds is like a file cabinet. When something comes up, we only going to be able to pull from what has been instilled in us. So when certain things come into my mind, 3 times 3, oh man, that's 9. Oh, 7 times 7, oh, that's 47, because it has been put in my mind and instilled. So what you want him to be as a man or a young man, I believe it just has to be instilled in him. So when you are not away from him, when somebody do bring it up to him, he knows. And don't think because they so young they don't know. Man, these
Facts.
children are advanced. Don't think they don't
Facts.
know.
Facts.
So make sure that you're teaching them and being an example for them and letting them know what's right, what's wrong, you know, what's your way, what's not your way. Like my child, we know they don't eat pork. I don't care how young they are. If you try to feed and support, they're gonna tell you no because something has been instilled. I don't care if they're watching a movie, I don't care if they're watching whatever, they're gonna say no. So
Facts.
you have to do your due diligence and showing them what is right and what is wrong, so that if they ever see it, it'll register in their mind. They're gonna go to that file cabinet and they're gonna say, no, this ain't right.
KB did something earlier, and I actually was on it, and I did it myself. So when I Googled it, it actually went away. So the thing is that they are listening, KB. They listening.
Yeah, I know.
They
Yes,
are. I stay in Atlanta with you now, so they listen now. Cause you
I
know I'm
know.
with you, boy. No matter what, I got my dog now. But all
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying now,
And I say 7 times 7, 47. I meant to say 49. Yeah.
hey, KB.
Hey, I
we
wasn't
got
gonna correct
912.
you. I saw the chat. I'm like, oh.
Hey, KB, we got 912 with 229, man. You know how we roll.
Yes, sir. But listen,
Hey,
I
bro.
would kind of suggest the same thing as Brother Ben. I think I speak about it all the time. We got to go back to the ancestors. When my mom had to work, she dropped me off with an older person, maybe my grandmother or one of my aunties. And one of I had an aunt named Aunt Vern. She didn't give us tablets. We didn't have tablets. She taught us real life skills. If she'd go over there, boy, peel them potatoes. Go over here. I want you to rake the yard. She would always have something for us to do in real life. And I think now we're having so much hustle and bustle going on when we have children that we seem to not have as much time for them.
Yes.
We have to go back to that time with
Yes.
those kids, or these kids are going to be doomed, in my opinion.
Hey, so I ain't gonna take too much time, but so like my young brother said earlier, well, the thing is, I was thinking about, see, my baby mama, she's always working. See, she's a Walmart pharmacist, so she's always working. Then I'm always working. So our child, we feel like, well, we're gonna give him this gadget to, to get his mind off or whatever. But at the same time, soon as we check these things that that they think that that is educating them, it's actually hurting them. So these things that I'm like you, we don't have time, bro, because I got to pay for this. I got to pay for this. I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? Exactly like you said, bro. It's an attack. But at the same time, we got to be responsible for our own kids and not have no, like, well, it's their fault. No, it's our fault. But at the same time, when you got both parents now, if they're involved, then we got a better chance. But like brother said, we got to get back to the black man because we are the key. Because the women are only strong because we're not.
Let me say this. This is something that I did with my children. If they do watch cartoons, a tactic that I found sometimes, we listen to the minister on the way to sleep, right? So sometimes they may not be him sitting up there speaking may look boring. So what I did was I put the cartoon on, hit mute, but he was speaking in the background. They didn't know the difference. They thinking that the cartoon is saying this, but it's because they attracted to the lights and the colors and what they doing, but the message was a good message for their mind. So that's what I did, and they never complained when I did that. But number two, remember this: the minister said we are righteous by nature, wicked by circumstance. So we have a natural inclination already to do right. The man has a natural inclination for the woman, but when we are put in certain environments, that's what tricks us. So we can be tricked by our environment. See, so if we don't have the right environment, and at the age of 3, especially, but even before the age of 25, our mind not even fully developed. So our environment is heavily influencing us. So we can try to control the environment as men. If we can control the environment as much as possible, by nature, they're going to lean to do the right thing. This is why we say the God is within. I don't care what religion, whatever. All of us, the minister said, would you murder the messenger of God? And everybody said, no, I wouldn't murder the messenger of God. He said, you murder the messenger of God every day because you still in that voice of truth within. Whenever we about to do something wrong, we're so righteous, we have to convince ourselves to do wrong because there's a voice inside of us saying, don't do it, brother. Come on, man. You know you're not supposed to do it. So we just listen to it because by nature, we're supposed to do the right thing.
My brother, I've been watching KB since I was 17 years old. He was 16. Check this out. Check this out. Look at, I'm 42. No, I'm sorry. No, he's 39, right? HKB,
Yep.
you 39, right?
I'm 39. Yep.
All right, so check this out. So right now at this time, he don't have to give a damn about none of this. It's the man, it's the God in him that have us listening to and paying attention, because we need people like KB. Because boy, it's me. I'm just like him, but I just don't have that voice. I don't want to be famous. No, hell no. I don't want to go through that shit he going through.
It's rough, boy. It's rough.
KB. But hey, I'm gonna let y'all go. But let you know, bro.
Yeah, let me get somebody else. So I appreciate you, brother. Keep watching. All right. Let's get this young lady on. How you doing, sis?
Hey, peace, y'all. How y'all doing?
Peace. I'm doing fantastic. Yourself?
I'm doing great. I really appreciate y'all. I don't want to be long. I'm actually a part of BWO. I signed in the beginning, so it was like maybe January. I don't know when it really started, but so I rock with Brother Ben X, Kwame too. You too. Like, I'm not a big sports fan, but I'm big on like controversy and everything that's been going on. I just want to let you know, like, we commend you. People are watching. You know what I'm saying? I was a part of somebody else podcast one day, and they taught me about your story. I commend you. I heard your story about how you was at the round table talking about what you wanted to do for the black community, and how everybody was like crickets. I don't know if you remember that, but
Yeah.
I wanted to share. I kind of have a question and a request, so to speak. I went to Puerto Rico, everything. Like, I was there. I saw you being there with the cameras and everything. It was really cool. But I have two boys and a young daughter, and my son, my 15-year-old son, committed suicide. And on June 9th, actually. I say all of that to say, like, their dad is in prison. He's been in prison since they were babies. He has a life sentence. I say all of that to say, I've been doing a lot of research. I've been doing a lot of reading. Obviously, for me to even be a single mom, spent my own money. I have my own business, everything, to even invest in myself, to get involved with BWO and everything. I say all of that to say, me and my sons watch your videos, Brother Ben X. Like, we watch your Instagram, everything. And it's so I'm starting to realize how much the attack is heavy on our black boys and men. I'm doing a lot of research on how many black boys are doing this to themselves. And mind you, my son, he's not a video gamer. He learned about survival tactics, and he read books about how to build houses from rocks and mud, like those types of things. Like, we're vegan. We changed our eating habits. We watch what we listen to. We don't watch movies, like those types of things. So you have to understand how I was like, how is this happening to me? You know what I mean? And I say all of that to say, when you talk about the dresses and everything like that, I felt ostracized because obviously I have heterosexual and homosexual people in my family, but I also have black boys that I'm raising, black men that and I have a 13-year-old son as well, that we're struggling to get through this because we know who my 15-year-old son is. And I'm saying that to say, I would like for that to be an awareness thing, that we have to speak on this, because when I was looking at a lot of Instagram of rappers they listen to, they're putting content out like, I'm gonna kill myself. God, Lord, forgive me for saying, they're putting this out here, not knowing that they're influencing the minds of our young boys and our young men, and they're not actually gonna do it.
Right.
But you don't understand how much is imperative to not put that type of content out, and it's being released in the atmosphere, and it's being released in the spirit world, and we're losing, or we're starting to develop this mentality where to me, I feel like it's opposition. Like, Brother Kwame, I want to commend you, because I can only imagine how much agony that you may have went through with your past experiences in the NBA and everything like that. But you persevered, and we have to lift that up. And I just wanted you all to know, like, keep going. People are watching. Just like the opposition is there, just like I call it the law of the opposites. that means when you're gonna experience the opposite first. What happens is we give up, right? Before we prevail, you know, and you prevail, and brother Ben X, you prevail. Like you young, and it's crazy. My son laugh at your videos, but also the content stick in their mind after that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I said, it's not just I want to go. I'm a leader, and I'm gonna be that. I know that it happened to me for a reason. I'm a black mother that was supposed to destroy me. Like I want to tell you, like brother Bennett, it take everything in me to go back to the vault and look at digital real estate again, and keep going with my business and keep teaching my 13-year-old son and keep, you know what I mean. But that happened to me for a reason, and I don't want his life to be in vain. I don't want any other black mothers' lives to be in vain that's experienced this. But I want to prevent this from happening. I don't want, whether it be through the spirit of homosexuality, whether it be and I don't want to offend anyone, you know, in any way. I just want you all to, like I said, it's a question and a statement in reference to what would you say to a mother? What would you say to a young mother that's raising men by themselves? What would you say to the men that, like you said, we go through a lot of things where we don't heal from it, and the only option is to end our lives, but we all have a purpose here, right? And we have to build and stick together to continue this battle, because it is a battle nevertheless, you know. So I just want to know, and like I said, I appreciate you all for even giving me the time to express this, because this is a part of my healing as well. What would you all say, or how do you feel about that situation? Because it is hard to talk about, but I'm living it. So y'all can't leave me out here alone. Like like
Well,
you
I
gotta.
commend you. I commend you, and I will say this: you are the example of that mama's cooking that I'm talking about, because I wouldn't have made it through. Women have the mental strength of 10 men, in my opinion, because you guys can go through things emotionally, and you still have that discernment to get through it. Men, we're strong in a different way. But that discernment and the way that you guys navigate through the tough situations, the worst situations. My mother was going through abuse with my father, but she would not leave us. My dad was an old school man. He like, look, you just go. And back in the day, you know, a man could hit a woman, just tell him just leave, and you're gonna leave without the kids. My mother stayed and made sure she fought for her kids. So just hearing your strength, it reminds me of the old school women. And just understand that your boys are going to follow. Young boys, trust me, especially these young men now that are growing up solely without fathers, these kids will lay down their life or kill for their mothers.
Right.
So your strength is what they're going to look for. So as long as you're still, you know, stay prayed up, stay in good spirits and stay positive, then they'll do the same. But if they see you slip, just try to cry in the dark. You know, I was that nosy kid that always caught my mom crying. So
Right.
she always looked so strong in front of everybody else, and she would always eat last, and you know, always made sure we had enough. But then, you know, I would be that kid that I still don't sleep much. I'll sleep early, but then I'm up at night. So I would see her crying, and I was just like, man, you know, it kind of made me wanted to be that type of peaceful person to where I'm always looking out for others. So I kind of took on her characteristics for us looking out for others first. So you just be encouraged and stay prayed up because they're watching you.
Absolutely.
And what I would say is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said adversity is the mother of creativity.
Mm.
So I would in those prayers ask why and listen for the answer.
Right.
Because we are all born and we're all gonna die. And if we never wanted to die, we might as well not live. Now there are certain circumstances and situations that are unfortunate for somebody young dying or dying as a baby, but
Right.
everything I believe is the book. Yes, we can go into the Bible. Yes, we can go into the Quran, but
Right.
honestly, we all books within our own right. We must study everything around us. So in that, I will look into what caused him to maybe commit suicide? What was the circumstances? What was the signs? Because now there may be something that has now been ignited in you that can
Right.
cause you to start to speak and make another child, another mother who who maybe didn't communicate, who maybe didn't open up, who maybe didn't allow them to speak, and they can change the relationship that they have with their child. Look at it this way.
Absolutely.
Yes, I lost my child, but God has given me a platform and a certain mindset and a certain strength to speak. You know how many mothers have not spoken? You know how many mothers wouldn't take this opportunity and say this in front of 4,000 plus people? So he has given you the strength. You probably just saved, sister, hundreds of mothers, hundreds of fathers by you just sharing your testimony. So if you
Right.
start to talk about that, because it's life, we all gonna go through something. So if you talk about it, what did you learn from it? What would you do differently? You
Absolutely.
have the potential to save so many other children, although you lost yours. But when we look at it from God's eyes, from a higher perspective, I lost one, but I saved many. So if you look at it from that perspective, the first person who didn't get sick in the family, certain people may not have went to the doctor and say, man, that run in the family.
Right.
Man, sometimes some stuff don't run in the family. We just don't run in the family. We ain't exercising. But when you look at what your condition is, just ask why and really listen and see how you could use this situation not as something that has happened to me, but as something that that's a part of me that I can move forward with. And don't put it in the back of your mind like it don't bother you. If you gotta cry, like you say, cry. But at the same time, look at it and let's deal with it and let's see how we can change it, because it's not the first time somebody has committed suicide.
Right.
Unfortunately, it has happened to you. But what can you do? Why did God allow it to happen to you? And let's see what you could do to prevent it from happening to others. So that's how I would look at that certain situation. I have studied the mind a little bit, and what I found is in suicide, we have a certain blueprint that we have in our mind. We have a certain thing that we would like to be happening in our lives. And when we feel like we cannot get this blueprint, or we're hopeless, or I have no power to change it, then we just say, I want to check out. But if we change the meaning of what something means in my head, if I change the meaning of that unfortunate situation in my head, I can see it from a different perspective. So
Right.
sometimes children check out because the parents have not expressed that things are
Absolutely.
hard, have not expressed that I'm going through it. And whatever you have used to get over your problems, if you share those same tips with your children, if you share those same spiritual principles with your children, then what'll happen is you may arm them with the right armor that they need to overcome that suicidal thoughts as well. So, what I would say is get you some spiritual principles, whether if it's the Bible, Quran, whether if it's just motivational speaking. The mindset is so very important. Our subconscious is what leads to our feelings. Our
Right.
feelings is what leads to our actions, and our actions is what gets us the results that we have. So I read a book one time, sister, that said if you want to change the fruit, you got to change the root. And the
Yes.
root is our mindset. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. We don't do nothing, sister, without a thought. Peeing, walking, it's just subconscious at this point, but it's a thought. So before he did that, before anybody do anything, it's a thought that we have to
Right.
have. So we can get
Absolutely.
into the mind and change his mind early, and we can start to prevent some of these situations.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. That was a lot of Jews. As you were speaking, I'm writing down like really fast. I got everything I needed, and I do. That's the only thing I hope and wish for. Aside, I feel like everything that was spoke about today ties in together, and what you said was absolutely that. Like Kwame, my son had a lot of those abilities, like having to grow up before his time, having to, hear me cry when I thought he wasn't listening. All of those things. You're right, and like you said, brother, being like that's absolute. Had I known this would have been my path, if I had to make a choice, of course I wouldn't accept it. But it's my journey now. Like
Come on.
it took a whole different turn. So what you just said gave me the ammunition, to continue to go. And I do want. I know kids may not be listening, but parents are, like you said, and it does need to be expressed because all we think about is how we gonna pay these bills or how we finna start an evolution, a revolution, or whatever, and we're not thinking about our children at home. Our children are at home now at the time, like what's going on with this pandemic and all of this. They're ostracized and they're isolated, and they're not socializing. They're not getting enough sun. They're not going outside. All of these things, and we thinking about is we have the weight on our shoulders to take care of life, but we're forgetting that they're a part of that too. In the word, it says that it's going to come out of the mouths of babes.
Yeah.
So we have to build the babes up. It's not a coincidence that the influence it targets minors, whether it be sports, movies, entertainment, cartoons. Entertainment business is the most influential for a reason.
Mhm.
And we cut on YouTube and walk away because we got to study or we got to do work from home. We cut on the TV.
Let me ask you this, sister. The digital real estate that you're building, what's your brand? What are you? What's your?
Um, I have a full like a vegan skincare line slash herbal holistic.
Are
Um,
you doing anything with children, like to speak out about your situation, maybe to help other mothers?
Now I am. Like I said, my life took a whole different turn. Um, I am now, but I got to be honest with you. It's a fight for me because I feel like God is pressing me. Like you mourn, but your healing is gonna come from you pushing.
That's
Your
right.
healing is gonna come from me. Even me doing this. As you can see, I'm out on my patio. Like all I do is listen to content. I wake up in the morning and cut on and get back into my BWO. Like I said, Ben X, the 9th of June was the day that Chris was launching the auto bots. That was the same night.
Hmm.
So if you can
Let, let me
understand,
let me let me ask you this, sister. From this day forward, are you looking to start speaking on your platform about this, about your
absolutely,
experience to help mothers?
absolutely, like my
What's your
life
what's,
depends
what's
on
your
it.
cash app?
My cash app is $divine DIVINE organics. So it's $divine organics.
And it's divine in nature.
Yes, it has 100% vegan logo, so to speak.
Well, this is what I want to do because I know we got to move to the next caller.
Absolutely.
I just donated $200. Go get
Thank
you
you.
a camera. Go get you some accessories, and I would encourage you to start
I got
speaking
it.
about this because I
I,
believe that if you speak about this, you share this story, and you start to speak about your process of overcoming the anxiety, overcoming the stress, coming into your calling that God is moving you into. I think you could save a lot of women and a lot of families by encouraging mothers and fathers to have better communication with their children so they can prevent this. So give your Instagram
absolutely.
name. I just donated you $200. Whatever you need to get kicking and going on your Instagram to get consistent with this. I
Okay.
would like for you to start doing this because the voice that you have, I can hear it. I think you can really save a lot of sisters, with their children.
Absolutely.
I just
My
donated as well.
Thank you. I donated too, but thank you for returning the seed. But my Instagram is Divine in Nature. It's just
Thank you.
that Divine in Nature. But I'll see you in Hawaii too once you get there, and I'll have an update on me and let you know what's going on. But that I'm doing
I'm gonna
this
be
like my
checking.
life.
I'm gonna be checking every day to see if you put some content up.
I will. I absolutely will. Peace, y'all. I love y'all.
Peace.
Y'all keep going. I
All
appreciate
right.
it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And let's take the next caller. But I'm that's crazy that you said P because I'm sitting here like, man, I took this milk this so I'm drinking this water. let, me let him ask the next question. But brother Ben, you're gonna have to answer this one first. I gotta run to the bathroom. Bathroom break.
What's going on, P2BG?
Man, yes, sir. What's going on, my brother? Hey, I need Kwame. He left, but let me tell you this. Hey, I sent him some of my gear because I own my own brand, my own apparel brand, and I sent him some of my gear, and he actually wore it on one of his shows, man. So I had to send a shout out to that brother, man, because he didn't have to do that. Being the number one draft pick in the NBA, bro, that's huge. And to have him wearing my brand, man, I had to thank that brother. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to do that, but he did. He a real one, and I'm gonna give him his flowers today. And I'm glad everybody is and coming up behind him, man, because he a real one. He's speaking some real facts, some stuff that we need out here.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us can't talk about it because we're under corporate policy. And you know, it's good to have brothers like you and Kwame and some other brothers to talk about stuff. But I want to kick it off and ask you this question, brother. So for me, I own my own business. It's hard to penetrate the market because we don't necessarily own a lot out here. So like when you turn on your TV, what do you see? You see all these big brands that are, you know, pretty much sponsoring other individuals, other teams, other individuals. And like you just said, like a lot of people are taking the money and doing whatever they need to do with it and not giving back to the community. How do you feel like we need to do in order to break the market and penetrate the markets, you know, in terms of get ownership out here, man? Because that's where we falling a lot behind right there.
I have a method that I give all my digital real estate students, which is simply the GEA method. What is the GEA method? Give, engage, attract. Many of us think that our brand should get attention, but what have you given? What does the brand mean? So lead with what free game are you giving? What podcast have you created that's giving free game to the community on a weekly basis that makes them want to wear the brand? Then after you give something, whether there's sponsorships, whether there's free products, whether there's a free service, whether there's free knowledge, now you got to engage with them. When they respond to you, respond to them. Don't think you're too big. So even though I got my platform that I have, I still go live and say, press 1 if you want to go live. I'm entertaining them. I'm engaging with them. And then that's what attracts them to say, you know what? I want to support that. I want to support that program. Let's look at the show we on right now, Brother Kwame. He was giving game. He been giving game for a while. It just went, I checked him out. It just when he went viral, people came. Man, but he was already giving value. After he gave value, he started to interact with y'all. He's showing y'all on the screen. He's showing you comment. He's doing the call-in show. Now he's attracting what? Supporters, donators. You gave to him a shirt. Why? Because he gave you some type of value. You was entertained or you was educated by his show. So that formula works for everything. Look at the Chinese. When you come to the mall, what they do? You want some free fried rice? You want to yeah, they gonna hit you with that little. They gonna suck you in after you get that little shrimp fried rice.
That little taste, yeah.
$9.99. They finna hit you aside the head. You go through the mall. They got here. I got a little strawberry banana smoothie for you. They got a little cup for you. You drink that thing. You say, ooh wee. Now you spending $9.99. So you have to figure out what value do you offer to the marketplace. Once you offer value and you become the authority. Now you moving. Now you can interact, and now you can start to get them sales coming in. But you got to give. You got to put the work in. Me, I had an automated system going out, asking all kind of people.
That's good game for them.
And when they responded, I answered the questions. Then you got to say, well, let me see what the people want. So if I say, family, what y'all want to learn about how to make money online? Somebody gonna say, oh, Brother Ben, I want to learn how to create content. Oh, Brother Ben, I want to learn how you do those videos. I want to learn how to stream. Oh, I want to learn how to do X, Y, and Z. Now I've engaged with my audience. And guess what they just gave me, brother? My curriculum. They gave me what I need to do. Some of us, we're creating products based on what we think they need when we got social media and we can get exactly what they need. Well, you may say, brother, I don't got a following. Well, I'm about to give you the game. Who in your market is similar to you? Well, if you got a market over here that's similar to you, go look at what they ask in this brand in the comment section. They too big to respond. You respond. And let me break something down to you. When somebody responds or asks a question on a big platform, that platform never answers. And you come and you answer and you engage with a very engaging, and you don't say, oh, and click the link in my bio. Never do that. It's going to look like spam. Always give value, expecting nothing in return. So now when you give all that game, what you think they're going to do when you give a lot of game and you don't ask for nothing? What you think they're going to do next? On Instagram. It's a real question.
They're going to follow you.
Hold on, what you say? You breaking up?
I said if somebody's asking a question on somebody's page that's your niche, you give them a thorough response. What do you think they're going to do next?
Oh yeah, they're gonna follow. Yeah,
they're gonna come to your page. Now, when they come to your page, what's the first thing they're looking for? Content. Let me see what else he's talking about. Let me see what other videos he got. And if you valuable up front, Now they gonna follow you, and now they'll click the link in your bio, and now they'll buy. Here's the last quote, and then we can move forward. I teach all my students: focus on passive impact, not passive income. Why, brother Ben? Because the more people I impact, the more income will come. Some of us got a goal right now. I want to make $8,000 a month, brother Ben. I want to make $10,000 a month, brother Ben. You know what I tell them? Change that to I want to impact 10,000 people and see how much money end up in your bank account. You will see more than 10,000. So when we think about service, how can I serve my niche audience? The money is only a byproduct.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a good game, man. And I'm gonna add on to that. I do have something unique about my brand that I'm doing in terms of getting back to the kids, but that's for another show. But that's a good game that you give me, bro, because and I've always wondered about the podcast and trying to get out there. I haven't started the podcast yet, but somebody encouraged me, and you did it the same way to encourage me to get the podcast going. So that's a good game, man. Appreciate that.
And that'll be a good thing for you to share content and share ideas with shirts and stuff. That like this stuff. I just went to the post office. I got so much stuff now, man. Woo, you guys are working me, but it's fun. You know what I mean? And I get nice merch. I get to show it. My camera is looking okay. So it's just interaction, like he said, is absolutely right. When I came to YouTube, I'm like, man, everybody's competing and dividing the room by taking their subscribers and pinning them against this person. And nobody seems to be like sharing any information or anything. And I'm just like, why do it that way? Why not just open it up and have fun with this thing? So that's what I've been doing.
Hey, KB, I was telling the brother, I said, man, one of my guys actually know Tyrone Nesby, and it was kind of spiritual because when I sent you the shirts and the hats, you actually wore it in your video. I'm like,
yes, sir.
That's a real brother right there.
Yeah,
So
I got more stuff.
I
just loaded up the Sprinter van. Shout out to those people at the post office, man. They take all my stuff and put it in the back for us because there's so much stuff being sent. But yeah, I'm gonna be my next show in the morning. I'm gonna be showing small business stuff. So I got a lot of it. So y'all bear with me.
My man, hey, I appreciate both of you brothers, man. Keep doing what you're doing, KB, man. Keep going. And we still waiting for that mixer, bro. We still waiting for that mixer because you got. We waiting for that mixer so you can throw that mixer.
Okay.
Mixer. I'm coming.
Right. I know where I'm gonna do my first one. I'm gonna talk to my boy at Breakfast at Barney's. I think I'm gonna do the first one here in Atlanta at Breakfast at Barney's. Yeah, so we're gonna see if we can set something up with them. See if these ladies want to come out and mix it up with some good entrepreneurs. Yes, sir. All right, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
My man.
All right. Let's see if there's another female in here. Yes, it is. Hold on. I almost hit the wrong one. How you doing, man?
I got
good to hear you.
You did. Hey, Kwame.
How you doing?
I'm Grandma. I met you in Miami. I was the one that chased you down.
I know. I saw you. That's why I was like, how you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, Brother Ben X, you guys are putting on. This is like, I don't know how to say it, but it really touched the heart. It really did. I'm going to talk now, but this is not what I originally called in for. But that sister with the child that committed suicide, my son did the same thing 4 years ago. Well, 2014. Yes. It was hard. And afterwards, that Monday, I went to work. I don't even know how. And I went to work, and everybody said I looked like a zombie. I just didn't know what to do with myself. But after a while, it came through. And then I started going through his things, and I started reading his writings. And they were shocking. The depth of his darkness. I mean, the darkness. When somebody tells you that they met the devil, that's some darkness. So, you know, I knew my ex-husband, he wanted his father. He wasn't there. I moved back to New York, you know, to put him closer. Him and my daughter closer to their father. That didn't work, you know. So it is really hard when you have sisters out here raising a man. You can't do that. You really can't. And I went through my own shit. I'm an Army vet. I got PTSD. I was an alcoholic in bad relationships, you know, abusive relationships. But I'm not a victim. I'm here to tell y'all I'm not a victim. I stand strong, and I am strong. And as long as you play victim, you can't really move. You know, my father's retired Lieutenant Colonel, Vietnam vet, died of Agent Orange. But he always taught me I'm the baby. I'm just like my father. Grab yourself by your bootstraps, do your thing, you know? And that's what I instilled in them. With my daughter, she got it. I don't know. Like I said, raising a male is very different. And I wanted to say this to the sisters out there we talk about a lot, and I know you go through it. If y'all are out there playing games with child support and keeping these kids away from fathers,
speak on it. Speak on it.
I'm sorry, yo. Y'all wrong for that. I don't care. As long as he's not beating those kids or doing anything damage, what is the point? What are you gaining? What is the point? Because the kids need their father. Now, if he's a piece of crap and he started doing crazy shit, by all means,
right,
do your thing. Protect that child. But come on, people. In this community, I was raised with both parents. My mom, my father be gone for years. That's his job. He's in the military. He's an officer. My mom raised us. He called every day, you know, no matter where he was. But I just don't understand what's going on. I guess I'm more in tune now because I have two grandsons. My daughter husband, they gave me two beautiful little grandbaby boys. And I'm more awake now of watching everything going on, especially like when you talk about the guys in their dresses. My son, my grandson, Bam Bam, I call him. Yeah, he's been playing football since he's 3. He's tough, just all in your face.
Yeah.
But he was watching something the other day, and he turned around with me and said, "That's a nice dress." Baby, that ain't a dress for you.
Right.
That might look nice on your mother, but it's not for you. Okay? Let's get that straight. We got to do more. I wish it was a time that, you know, we grew up with people who never watched TV. I wish I never cut on the TV. Because right now what's going on is not what we were raised with. I'm 56. We watch, you know, come home every day, watch the karate shows and all that other stuff. That's not what we're watching now. It's totally different. So, brother,
I used to watch wrestling in the Jetsons when I came home. It was always somebody wrestling in the Jetsons. I was jumping off the couch.
WWE,
like I was coming off the top turnbuckle.
Yeah. See, you're younger than I am.
Yeah, like we don't have none of that no more. I watch Steve Urkel and Family Matters. You know,
Speed Racer.
Yeah.
Speed Racing, Jim. I love Speed Racing. I run home
good times. What's happening? Yeah, I look, you got an old show now.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know what happened, but now we got
Yes. And white people aren't watching it. I can guarantee that.
Nope, they're coding.
They're not watching it. I know because I dated a white boy. They don't watch that. They not watching this shit. But we are. But let me say this, and I'm gonna let you go. To the sister who also lost her child. I looked at it as a blessing and a curse. The blessing is my son is not in any pain. I don't know what he was going through, but that's over with. Number 2, when they were killing all these young black men, I knew a white man would never kill my son. That was off the table right then and there. But I stopped at the store one night. I got off work and stopped at a little gas station. You know how it is in the South, right? The little BP stuff. And as I pull up, there's 6 or 7 cop cars and one little black guy, little skinny guy, sitting on a thing, and another black guy's walking up to go in the store, and the little young guy says, "What's up?" He spoke up, said, "What's up, man?" And what happened was the white cop, started yelling at the black boy in the store, right? And I knew that wasn't even going to go down right. So what I did was I told that young man, stop talking to him, don't look at him, and let it go. And I knew he wasn't going to make it home. So I told him, I'm going to unlock my car. When I walk out, don't you look at him, get in my car, just go. And that's what I did. I took him home because I knew that was not going to go well. So whatever, you know, she's going to find a way. But whatever she can do is find people, talk to people, and help them out. That's a blessing. It's a blessing, and it'll help.
Man, thank you so much. I appreciate you having the strength to share your story. I met you in Miami. I didn't know you went through all that, but I definitely appreciate you.
Baby boy, I lost my leg the other a year ago. in an accident, broke my neck. Hey, the devil keeps throwing it. I keep telling bitch, go on. Just get away. I got time for your shit. That's what you got? Okay, that's what you got. But right now I got other shit to deal with. I'm gonna need you to leave me the fuck alone. Now you come back next week, but we ain't gonna do this shit today.
Yes, ma'am.
That's how that roll.
Yes, ma'am. All right, you have a blessed night. We're gonna get some other people on. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you both.
All right. Yeah, I met her down in Miami. All right, let's get this brother on. What's going on, brother? Can you hear?
Peace, brothers. How y'all brothers doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Thanks for having me, Kwame. Shout out to you and what you do. Shout out to your family. Shout out to you, brother Ben, and what you doing. Your younger brother, so I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks,
I mean, it's a little breaking up, but I'm gonna do what I do, though.
Yes,
y'all
sir.
brothers can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Because I can't really hear you, brothers. But I'm praying you brothers can hear me.
Yeah, we hear
so
you.
Anyway, so like I said, shout out to you, Kwame. You know what Okay, thank you, brothers. So, like I said, first of all, thanks for having me on. And shout out to you, brother Ben. I just want to give some quick love to Kwame for what he had.
Uh-oh. Dang. I lost him. All right, we'll see if he can get that together, and then we'll bring somebody else on. What's up, brother?
What's going on, yo? What's going on? Assalamu alaikum, brother. Man, how you doing?
Walaikum salam. Doing well.
Yo, man, I ain't want to take too long. I know you got to get some other people in, man. I just want to say salute to both of y'all brothers, man. Y'all doing something that's really needed out here. And like, you know, really the main thing is I got a unique perspective. You know, my pops was Muslim, my granddad was Muslim. On the other hand, my mom was Christian. So I'm at the mosque on Fridays and on Sundays at the church. I was at the church growing up. And the whole point of me saying that is it's not about, you know, in America, it's all they try to put us together, put us against each other any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's religion, whether it's race, whether it's, you know, whatever the case may be. It's not about the division. It's about the message. And as long as the message is good, you know, everything is going to align. That's why I think, you know, you brothers are doing an amazing thing because y'all come from two different backgrounds, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, like, y'all are both preaching what we need to do, like, as Black men in this country. So, man, I just really appreciate y'all for doing what y'all doing. Kwame, I appreciate you, man. Like, I just graduated college like a month ago, but at the same, like, watching you and stuff, I'm about to enter trade school to do HVAC in January 2022, man. So like, I'm not even about to really like, you know, yeah, man.
Yes,
so
sir.
I really appreciate you, man. I really appreciate the message you sending, brother Ben. You too as well, man. Y'all boy, just keep doing what y'all doing, man. Just know we listening out here. We really is listening. So salute to y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I got time for like one or two more because we at the mark. Oh, let me get my homegirl. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Hey, I thought you was ready to go. You was in the back room. My bad.
I am ready to go, and I don't want to take too much time. I just want to say, it's imperative. Hi, young man. It's imperative that we spending time with our kids. You know, I had to leave a job after so long, but I basically, and I'm gonna cut it real short. I basically left because my baby was constantly telling me, "Oh, mama, when you gonna be home?" and blah 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 blah. And you work so much and blah 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 blah. So I got this gift, right, and I'm gonna take advantage of my gift. I went to school for, so we all got that. Like the young man said, we all got that. Take advantage of whatever you got. School, you don't have to go. Take advantage of whatever you got. Because when my baby started complaining to me about how she missed me and about how yada yada yada, I had to get home. I had to do what I had to do because it is what it is. Ain't nobody gonna raise your kids to shoot. You understand what I'm saying? And that mama and daddy, the mother and father aspect of the not necessarily the same household, which is also just as important. But and I'm on my way to work, that's why I keep looking off. But it's just so important when we all got a role to play. I'm gonna play my role, but then you play your role as the father, right? That's the only way it's gonna be able to be done. So if I'm working, and I've been working since I was 12 years old, so I'm tired. You understand what I'm saying? So when my baby tell me she ready for me to be home, I'm finna be home. I'm finna do my massage from home. I'm finna work from home so that I can supervise from home, so she can go in there and learn how to cook while she's 15. So she can go in there and learn how to clean these baseboards and do stuff that she got to do, stuff that I've been doing since I was a child. It's imperative that we spend time with our kids and teach them what to do, because everything is social now. Everything is social media. I can't keep up with it. I keep up with the YouTube, but I can't keep up with the social media. But my baby will tell me something like, "Oh, mama, you act like you got something against gay people." Because I don't, but then I'm passionate about what I'm doing. Ain't no man supposed to be wearing no dress. Ain't no man supposed to be around here taking pictures like you pregnant. This it's ridiculous. It's absurd. So take time with your kids. I don't want to take too much longer. Like I said, there I go again, dropping my phone like I did at first. But spend time with your kids because it's imperative. Mama, daddy, whoever. Spend time with your kids. Kwame Brown, you the GOAT. You the GOAT. You the GOAT.
Thank
It just is what it is. He's talking about size. Let me give my girl a car with the dog. Okay. Thank you. But I just wanted to say that.
Yeah,
It
I
is
see
what
you
it
on
is.
the
Spend
live.
time with your kids. Being it, I like you. Come again.
No, I see you on the live stream all the time, so that's why I recognize your face. I'm like, I gotta get my homegirl up here.
I support the message. I support
Well,
this.
I
It
definitely
is what it
appreciate
is. Ain't no way around. Ain't no substituting the truth. Ain't no substituting the truth. Spend time with your kids. Ain't no man got no business wearing no dress. Should nobody came after you. You did right for being quiet for 20 years. Should nobody say nothing to you. And when they start trying to say something to you when they ain't got no business, stay on their neck and get on their ass too. This is what it is. I support the mission, so I support
Jakar,
you.
did you see what Ken Porter put up there? She being messy on the screen. You see what she put up there?
I can't see. I don't look.
She's talking about that's our
I don't
sister
even
wife.
know how to work this. I'm on my phone. So, I'm very, very, very selfish. Ken Porter. I can't do none of that. I can't do none of that. If y'all notice, I don't do too much flirting. I think I done stayed in my lane the whole time. I don't kissy. I don't do none of that. I ain't begging to be none of that. It is what it is. I just want to do the massage. That's what I want to do. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do.
Oh,
I can help you.
therapist?
Let me tell you something. I do massage by trade. That's what I do. I'm tired of working. I do massage by trade. I can help you. I can help anybody who in Memphis. Call Takara. Y'all know me. Quit playing games. But I'll travel. Atlanta ain't but 5.5 hours away. I ain't never been. I got my table in the trunk. I saw you got your table. You got your 84-inch. I got my 74-inch. I can use yours. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. Now, hey world. I support Kwame Brown, y'all. BNX, I support you, brother BNX. YouTube is my social media. I don't have no Instagram, none of that.
Self-talk gonna make you a song called Call Takara.
Call Takara. My email 1cq@gmail.com. My phone number 901 such and such and such and such and such. Call Takara. If you follow Kwame Brown, you can get in touch with me if you're in Memphis. However, I just said all that to say, when you got a gift, use it. You know, that trade and coding thing, that's been the message the whole time. The trade is what it is. The trade is a talent. The trade is a gift. You got that when you can do something to help people, and you can, just do it. Just do it. You don't have to. Come on, people. Come on. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. I've been working since I was 12 years old. I just started doing massage 3 years ago because of a whole long story. That's another story, but that's because I had it in me. You understand? I can put my hands on you and make you feel, but I can make you feel like nobody else can make you feel. You understand what I'm saying? That's a gift. I'm not you.
No, I'm saying I got a bad hip, bad shoulder, bad back.
I know you got a bad hip, you got a bad shoulder, you got a bad knee.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call you.
I don't know if you got bad feet or not. You need to call me because I'll travel. Because I mean, this is how I look at it.
Say that.
This is how I look at it. When I first had to do this, I said, when I do massage, I want to do massage for millionaires. But it ain't about that. It's about being able to help somebody, make them feel better, whether they got a dime or a dollar or whether they got nothing. I said that because I went through so much where I said, this gotta work for me. This gotta work for me. So let me say I want to do massage for millionaire because that's what I want to come to me. And here it is, 3 years later, I'm on the live with a millionaire, whether you get it or not. Whether you get it or not, somebody gonna get it. Because I help people. I got hands to heal people. It is what it is. That's why I support you. Trades, they took trades out of school. They want to leave us behind. But everybody got to trade, everybody got to trade. Massage is mine. That's why I support the message. That's why I donate. If I got $5, I might donate too. What you mean? That's the message. I tell my daughter, go and do hair. Do what you're doing. Make your clothes. Do what you're doing. Do what you're doing. Help people. Do something for somebody. How many people? Come on, I don't want to take too much time before I be late up in here. Damn, I missed the ATM.
Well, I definitely appreciate you. We're going to have to do this.
Late to work.
Yeah, we're going to have to go live.
I'm at work, but I missed the ATM.
You're going to have to call in again. I love your energy. You're going to have to call in the chat. Love your energy and how you moving. So you're going to have to call in.
I can't, that's what I was saying. I can't even see the chat. I don't mean to cut you off. I can't. Oh, do I hit this chat button to see the chat at the same time?
Chat.
Look, I think I probably just.
Yeah, you gotta see the chat. The chat is fun.
It says everyone can see and hear.
I have my daughter to teach me.
If I hit the chat button. Oh, it's a comment. I was on a private chat.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. She will be wild in text too. Do you have a channel? No. Now y'all can't see me though, huh?
They see you.
This is crazy. This internet is so crazy.
Right.
I don't have an internet. I don't have an IG. I don't have an IG. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have a.
You need to start a channel.
To do what? Because
YouTube channel.
The massage is so private.
Yeah, you don't
like,
show the massage, but you can talk about it.
That, Barbara Tina.
Yeah, don't show the massage on YouTube.
It's a long story.
If I was you, I would start one and just.
It's a long story.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you well. I apologize. I can hear you well. It's just so social media, Facebook, it's all that just
Yeah,
okay.
I understand. But just use it for your business only. So, I think you should just use it for your business. I think you can get a lot of traction that way. And all you gotta do is start your channel, go live, and we can send them right to you. But let me get one more call on, and then I gotta run tonight. But I definitely appreciate you for stopping by and spreading that energy. All right, let me get a young brother on. He been waiting for a minute. What's up, bro?
Brother Ben X.
What's
nice to meet you, brother. I don't know much about you, but I will be doing my research. Kwame, KB.
What's up, bro?
Man, I just want to salute you. And ever since you've been on this YouTube tearing it up, man, I want to let you know you hit me in so many angles, man, from growing up to sports, fatherhood. I mean, on and on and on. But from the sound of my voice, every parent out there, I just want to drive it home. Our children are under attack.
Mm-hmm.
They're under attack like never before. They're under attack to the point where we can't even talk to our elders about certain things on how they did it, because we are the first of the Mohegans on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite ridiculous out here that as a parent, I have to remind myself I can't teach my boys out of fear. I got to teach them the real.
Mm-hmm.
So parents, you got to have a plan. You got to have a plan of action. With these tablets, I'm telling you, the tablets are for parents and for kids. I tell myself, if I give my son a tablet on a day-to-day basis, excuse me, Brother X, but that's called ain't shit parenting.
Yep.
You have to have a plan. I've changed my life. I'm a business owner. Certain accounts I don't take because it take away from me spending time with my child. Mm-hmm. We don't have community centers no more to send our children to. We don't. You have to. You got to be intentional as a parent today.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be very intentional. You got to understand that the attack is in your household. You got to sit down, listen to the music. You got to look at the TV shows they look at, and you got to understand that they're coming to take your children's brain at all costs.
Yes, sir.
I did homeschool for a year last year. I
Mhm.
know I can do it now.
Mhm.
Even when homeschool, if parents out there are about to take on homeschool, you got to sit your butt right there beside them.
Yeah.
You're in school too. You
Yep.
can't
Or
just
they'll
throw
be
them
on
on
their
the computer,
phone.
bro.
Yeah.
Man, they'll be on their phone or man, and they're very smart. I want to say
Oh,
that this generation is way smarter than we was at this age. Also, we can't punish our kids by sending them to their room no more. Kids
mm-hmm.
don't go outside and play anymore. Parents, you
Mm-hmm.
got to roll up your sleeves and you got to get out there and you got to play with your kids. To the ain't shit fathers out there, look, go find y'all somewhere to go in the woods and just, I don't even want to say
Stay
it,
out
stay out there.
there.
But to the fathers, listen, I'm a son of my father wasn't there, right? And there's a lot of stuff that I did not know. But to the fathers who have the same situation, you got children and you really don't know, the number one rule is don't run.
Mm-hmm.
Don't run. If you don't know what to do, don't run. To the mothers out there, find you some role models, some men out there.
Mm-hmm.
Sports is always a good thing. Keep these kids active.
Mm-hmm.
You're at the fight of your life right now, and I mean it because I have an 8-year-old, and some of the things that I have to explain to him, just walking around, uh, I shouldn't have to deal with that until he's at least 12, 13 years old. But now
Yeah.
we're having these conversations on a day-to-day basis. The school system, another thing. If you got your children in school, go up and speak to the teachers, speak to the principal, because when they see your child, they should see you. They should see your face when they talk to your child. Make sure you're present. But I want to say that to the parents about that, Kwame. I'm a brother who have lived my life off my trade, and I appreciate you putting it out there. It sucks that simplicity is complex nowadays. You say
Mm-hmm.
things like trades and coding, and it's like a big problem.
I don't get it.
I pray for you, brother. Um, I'm from the Akamore room.
Mm-hmm.
You have put a group of strangers together that got one objective, man, and we shall be judged off our work. And we're
Mm-hmm.
here to fight for these children. And man, I really don't have any questions. I just want to say salute to you, brother. Brother Ben X, I'll continue to. I will check you out. I don't know much about you, but salute to you. I love the things that you've been saying tonight. But I don't have any
Thank
questions. I just want to say the parents really get y'all stuff together, man, because the work is on the parents. Do not
Yes, sir.
depend on the world, because the parents, you will be judged by the fruits of your labor.
Mm-hmm. Man, that was a good word, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thanks a
And
lot.
I'm in Gwinnett County too, man. I'm in Gwinnett County. I'm up the street.
Okay, that's what's up. I went to a
Yeah,
gun range in Gwinnett County. I like. I'll be out there again shortly, so I might have to look you up.
that's
You
what's
got a
up, brother.
YouTube
Thank you
page or
so much.
anything like that? You got a YouTube page or
Uh,
anything, social media?
yeah, the name of my company is Bumpers and More, and I'm on social media. I don't show my face. I just show my work.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So Bumpers and More LLC.
Bumpers and more.
Yep.
Okay. All right, brother. Well, shout out to you, man. Keep fighting a good fight, and I'll be on this side fighting as well. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, man. Y'all keep it
Yes,
good.
sir.
All right.
Brother Ben X, man, I definitely will let you close out. I definitely appreciate you coming on. I was supposed to be somewhere at 9 o'clock, but it's going to take me about 45 minutes to get there, so I'll be late. But to me, this was worth it, and they can wait. But we definitely got to do this again, man. The feedback that we got from this conversation, the people chiming in and being so passionate, your knowledge and what you have going on, it's imperative to, the things that I've been speaking about. So if you can find time to do it again, I think we should do it again. And
man.
I'll come on your show as well.
Yeah, man. I just want to thank you, man, for allowing me to be on this platform that you spent your hard time and energy to build. I also want to thank you as well for showing that although some may call it a so-called bust, you can take whatever situation you have been in and turn it into a positive.
Oh yeah, it's
'Cause
energy. I'm gonna use it.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure there's many athletes that has been in the NBA that are broke now, that don't have a voice, that don't have a platform, that don't have something where they can put people on and bring people on that can spread knowledge to the people. So for that, man, I thank you for that. My mission is to give life to the dead, mentally, spiritually, and financially. So anybody who's doing something like that in that field, I always have to salute them. And I think what you're doing is showing even the athletes now a way that they can utilize their voice and not just allow the NBA and those who are the owners to capitalize off of our or y'all's stardom, because now college athletes can get paid. I don't know if many people know that, but college athletes can get paid now for their brand. So you're giving the blueprint on how to do a podcast. You're giving the blueprint on what's on the athlete's mind. So man, I just thank you, man, and in support of what you're doing. I know a couple people came up here and talked about businesses and growing. I just created a code. If y'all text Kwame to this number right here, let me see if I can make it big. If you text Kwame to my number right here, this is put you on my text list. I'm gonna give you guys my free ebook on marketing. If y'all text the word Kwame, Kwame, to that number right there, is gonna respond with my free ebook on how to grow online, my strategies on how I grow. For those who don't know, I have over 500 million views on Facebook alone. I got terminated at over 40 million views. So I've been able to help a lot of brands build legit wise by offering value. So if any of y'all got a business you want to learn about how to grow your social media, just text Kwame to 214-884-4644. And once you get on that list, not only do I send you that, but I also send weekly motivational videos, free content on a weekly basis as well, man. And again, thank you for
and
the
tell them how to get in contact with you again, because somebody just put in there they want to know all of your social media. I pinned it up there one time before.
Brother Ben X, at Brother Ben X. If you want to be a part of what we're doing with the land, buying up all this land, and we're eventually going to be growing our own food and building our own community, you can follow at Hereafter Farms. And we also have our own school that we just built, and we about to launch the virtual. So if you want to sign up, follow our Instagram, that's ABS Genius Academy, ABS Genius Academy on Instagram. And if you want to get on the waiting list for our school, once we launch the virtual side, go to abschildren.com and you can get on the waiting list. But you'll find all that by just following me at Brother Ben X.
Yes, sir. Well, I definitely appreciate it. I probably can get the direct link to you, so I'll be hitting you up behind the scenes. So I definitely appreciate you coming, man. I want to, if you're gonna have me, I'll pay for my own travel. I'll come down there and see it firsthand. So
absolutely, man.
Yeah. So I definitely appreciate your time, and I know the chat appreciated it. They've been waiting on conversations like this, so we need to do more of this instead of some of the drama. But they like the drama in the mornings. I think they kind of like the drama in the morning time.
I seen somebody say I thought the NOI already had land. Yes, but the Nation of Islam is not going to be the only group that's needed to save all of our people. All of us collectively are lost found members. So just because we have 1,000 acres and we growing food and things of that nature, that doesn't mean that we don't continue to get more. Especially with social media, young people like this who the minister has spoken into, we now know how to utilize social media. A lot of older people may not know how, so we got to take that knowledge in the blueprint and say, well, how can we times it and make it better? So again, we was able to get over 500 acres of land collectively with our people in less than 2 months because of social media. So it's not about, what somebody already had being enough. What do you have for your family? And if you don't have it for your family, let's connect with 9 of us, 8 of us, so we can buy some, put it in a trust, teach y'all that game about private banking. So it's not about us having something already. Let's go get 100 million acres. Bill Gates buying up all this land. We shouldn't have no limit. It is 57,255,000 square miles of land. Let's go get us some all together. And we're not going to stop until we ain't got no money in the bank. So let's just get as much as we can, because we got a lot of people to serve.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, shout out to you, my brother. I see the chat still going crazy. They love it. Like I said, we got to do this again, man.
Yes, sir, man. I look forward to it, man. I'll get your contact, man, and we'll connect.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, brother.
All right, peace.
All right, go. Y'all, I think that was a beautiful, beautiful show. I think this is what you guys have been wanting. We definitely gonna have the jokes, but I'm gonna do more shows like this. It's hard work doing all this by myself, I'm getting some more help. I have a young lady that's helping me now. But just going through this mail, doing all the things that I have to do, it's hard work, but we're going to get it. Tomorrow morning, I will be opening up the packages that I went and got. My whole room over here is filled with packages now from small businesses. So I think I got to start going by 10 by 10. Maybe we'll show 10 or 12 of them tomorrow. I'll type them in the chat and take my time and show each and every last one of them. And I'll probably be wearing one of the outfits. I got some new shirts and new hats, so I'll have one of the outfits on and the contact information. So you guys be blessed. I'm late, but you know, I'm on colored people time anyway. So, but I had fun with you guys tonight. I appreciate it. Gone. I think this was a classic too. Hopefully we can do, not hopefully, I know we're gonna do more of these. I'm gonna start connecting with farmers. I got a young man that said he built greenhouses and he knows a lot about farming. I'm gonna try to get him on tomorrow as well to kind of talk about building the greenhouses and what you need to set up a farm. So we're gonna keep building over here because I said, and I promised people we was gonna kick their draws in their ass with the work. Brother Ben S ain't in the back room, right? Okay, yeah, we can curse now. We're gonna kick their draws in their ass with the work. So y'all have a blessed night, and I'll be back at you in the moment.